Do you know what time it is? That's right. It's right around 7 p.m. It's time to relax, chill, and unwind with your girl Shar, the super chick, on the evening wind down.
On the radio, just for you. And she's here to give you all you want. On the radio show with Shar.
Stack that bitch up, Mike.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Shar, the super chick. Guess what day it is? That's right, it's hump day and it's right around 7 p.m. It's time to relax, chill, unwind, grab your favorite beverage. Don't forget, guys, when you're on the evening wind down, you have to have a beverage. So I want to welcome you all to the show. If you're new coming to the show, you can catch the show each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want you guys to make sure that you are following me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And I also have a new page that I'm working on. It's called Shar's World. And it's kind of boring right now, but don't worry, I'm working on it. I have my hands in a lot of different stuff, and I'm just like, Shar, you gotta pick and choose which one you want to be doing. But anyway, I want to do them all. So I want to welcome you all to the show tonight. And my handle on all of those is always the same. I use my real name, which is Shar Tyniska, and Tyniska is Tyniska. My Facebook's a little full, but you can follow me. So if you can't befriend me, you can follow me, but you can befriend me on Shar's World or Instagram or Twitter. So make sure you listen to the show on iHeartRadio. Make sure you guys are listening to the show on Spotify, YouTube Music. Am I forgetting anybody, Miss Lisa?
You can. I think we got everybody. Shar.
And don't forget, Spreaker. We gotta follow on Spreaker. Spreaker is my main platform that I record from. So make sure, and it's a little pesky to some people because with Spreaker, not only do you have to you have to subscribe. A lot of people don't like to subscribe. You guys can, if you subscribe, you can get in the chat room and talk to me and my guests. So it's pretty cool. The chat room has been off the chain for the last 2 or 3 episodes, and I love it. So you guys, please keep the comments coming. Any questions you have for myself. And tonight, I have a special guest, and she's been here before, and I'm welcoming her back to the show. And I love it when I have guests that come back to the show to just, wind down with me, talk to you guys, and we get it in and we talk some real adult talk. So, Miss Lisa, welcome back to the evening wind down.
Thank you, Shar. I am very happy to be back tonight. I can't wait for us to get into the subject we're going to talk about. I think you guys are going to have a good time with this one.
Yeah, and it's something that I've never talked about because I've talked about so much stuff. And real quick, before I forget, I am coming up on my 50th full show. So I am trying to plan something crazy. I've reached out to most of my friends that are celebrities, and I'm just trying to put something together real nice. And I'm hoping that my sisters get me a cake. So, but anyway.
I know that's right. And I want to say congratulations on that.
So,
that's
yeah,
big.
and I started the show in 2019, but I had to go down. And then I just had a lot of stuff because when you're starting your own business, it is not as easy as people make it. And you can see somebody that's already there, or those fly-by nights that get on real quick through Snapchat. And you like, not Snapchat, what's that? TikTok. And you like, why can't I just blow up overnight like that? But I will say, I've been in the entertainment world for a long time. So I've been there, done that. And now I'm trying to do my own thing. But I started in 2019. I went down for a while. And then now I'm just like, Shar, this is what you want to do. This is your passion. So you have to be real and just focus on you. Even if it's a bad show, you still keep going. You keep going because your true fans and your true family members, whoever, they'll support you either way. So you guys stay tuned for the 50th full show. And it's going to be crazy bananas. But my wine. And so you guys know that I'm in recovery mode. So my wine tonight is just really not hitting on that much, but because I'm really not supposed to be drinking. And it's something because I have in my studio / office, I have a full wine wall. And when people bring me wine, I just grab it from there. So anyway, I'm like drinking the worst wine in history, and I don't even want to say the name now because I've said it's the worst wine in history. But just know I'm not sipping on anything that's popping. But you guys get in the chat room. Let me and Miss Lisa know what you guys are winding down to. I would love to know. Miss Lisa, what are you winding down to?
Moscato, that is my favorite.
Ooh, what brand? What brand of Moscato are you on tonight?
It is skinny. What is it? I don't even have the bottle anymore. That was the last of it. What is it? Skinny Girl.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate your wind down beverage to?
It's a 9.
Okay.
It's definitely a 9.
9 is pretty
They were
good.
out of my favorite because I always forget the name. I only know what the bottle looks like.
Yeah, 9 is pretty good. 9 is pretty good. But, you know, and I'm a wine drinker, but I don't like brut. And I don't really care for Pinot Grigio. So I'm just all about sweet red. And it has to be sweet, semi-sweet. I can't do like red blends or stuff like that. So, but 9 is good.
That's me. It's too dry. I need
Oh.
sweet. I need like I'm having dessert.
I can't do it. I think that's for men, or I've seen some women drink it too, but it ain't for a sister. I'm just going to put that out there. Most sisters don't want it dry.
I'm with you on that, Shar.
So, if you guys didn't catch last month's show, make sure you go back and listen to each and every show. I had some strong, powerful, brave women on the show that told their testimony and told their story of how they survived domestic violence. And it's real, and we have to keep preaching it, keep talking about it, and hopefully you guys will come out to the brunch that we're going to launch here in Nashville, and that will be coming up too. And you'll get to meet some of those ladies and hopefully tell your story. You know, we can save somebody just by talking sometimes. So make sure you guys go back, catch all of last month's show. And just sit down, relax, chill. I had a close friend of mine I hadn't talked to in years, and he was like, I listened to the whole show, the whole day at work. Like I listened to about 20 episodes, and that really made me feel good because you can be working and just doing something. It's not, you know, something that you got to be like, oh, let me tune in at this and that time. You can always go back and listen to the show. So Lisa herself was one of my guests on the show, and since then, you know, we kind of been vibing and putting some stuff together, and it's good when great minds can come together. So let me jump right into tonight's show because I don't want to talk y'all out of tuning into the show. So this is something that I have not talked about ever. I know because I usually jot down, you know, my topics, and this is not one that I've ever talked about. And I want to know, in all fairness, in the event of a divorce, who do you think should have the parental rights? Or should I say the majority of the parental rights? Should it be the father? Should it be the mother? Or should they have joint? So, Miss Lisa, I'm going to bring you right in and tell me what's your thoughts.
My thoughts on this, whoever is the best parent and will make sure the children's best interests come first should have the majority of the parental rights.
Okay. So are you saying that who has the better house, who has the better job? And we're gonna just get all the way down. We're gonna clean this bone like to the gristle. So are you saying who has the better house, who has a better job, who has more stability? Or
I think more stability, more consistency. It doesn't have to be about the material things. Who can give the child or children the quality of time, quality.
okay.
Because it might not just always be about the amount of time they get during the day, because maybe the children are in school, but who can be home with the children after school, helping with homework, helping taking them to their different activities, not just about who can spend the most money on the child. Because at the end of the day, that monetary value is not as important as how effective the time and the quality you spend with those children.
Okay. I can agree. I can agree. You know how it goes. When you have a child, that's your child. I think that because you are the one that's giving birth, it's automatic. Like, my baby's staying with me. It's not even a question in your mind as to, but you know what? Let me retract that, because some people give their kids to the father. And then they try to get them back years later, and they're like, well, I've been taking care of this child. And then in her eyes, she's like, but it's still my child. So I guess in a case like that, then yeah, you're not the most fit, because you just was like, here, it's your turn. You do this amount of time. And that's just my take on, giving your child to the father and saying, okay, this is your time. I'll come back in a couple years.
Shar, I have to agree with you on that, because I feel like a judge will look at that, because even though we're supposed to be equal parenting, let's just be real. Society looks at, what does they say? Mama's baby, daddy's maybe, right? Mm-hmm. We all know that. Mm-hmm. So in society's eyes, you're going to look for the mom to make sure that child is okay. That's just the way it is, if you want to be honest. And when the mother says, okay, I have this child for this amount of time, we're separating, it's your turn. No matter how much I think a judge is going to try to not look at that personally, or not look at that mother and say, well, you just gave your child, even though it's to the father, we're human. And I just feel like that's just the way as a society we think, that the first place the child should be is with the mother, even if the father may be a better parent. Maybe even if the mother gave the parent to the father, maybe the mom was ill, or there was some reason, maybe there was mental issue reasons, whatever it may have been. I think if years later the mother tries to come back, I think it doesn't benefit her in the long run. It's going to be harder for the mom to try to get the child back from the father.
Yeah, I think it will be hard too. But, I think just right off the top, if you have a child, we look at it as if I have the majority of the parental rights because I'm the mother. Mm-hmm. And so I ask myself this all the time, who should have the majority of the parental rights? The mom and the dad. You both produce the seeds or whatever to make the child. But is it because, you were the one that gave birth? So, and you and I talked about something earlier. Now, children can be pawned in custody battles as well. You can care nothing about that child, what that child is doing. And then you find those parents that want to get back at the other parent. So now you can't see my child. And that goes both ways. That's mothers. Moms do it all the time, and it burns me to hell. Fathers do it, and then your child has become a pawn, because now I'm pissed off at you and I'm not going to let you see your child. Or I'm going to court, and you already know when they get to court what they do. They lie. Oh, yeah. They come up with all kinds of stuff. And then now you're in a major financial battle because of being spiteful.
Yep. And no one's putting the child first, because at the end of the day, what's best for the children should be your priority.
Yeah, that's true. But how many people just...
Exactly. They don't do it.
I'm not saying we all don't, but you find some that they're so selfish and it's all about them. And you're not thinking that, when you find those fathers that actually pay a lot of child support, and you find those fathers
and don't get to see their child,
and they don't get to see their child
at all, or maybe once a month, or whenever the mom feels like they should see that child, like you said, because they have an attitude, because they're mad, or maybe the dad started dating someone again, and you're not going to see my child. So right. We have all seen it plenty of times.
Right. And you're not thinking that, I'm one of those parents that feel like the child should be with the mom. Unless it's neglect or mistreating, or like you said, the father can provide a better situation for the child. And I've heard of some women that is the sole reason why they may give the child to the father, because he can provide a better, environment. He can produce a better environment. He can provide better for the child. But I still think that it affects the child, because every child wants to grow up with their mom. I have not, unless their mom is just horrible, a bad person.
Oh no, I think Shar lost her.
Miss Lisa?
Okay, now I can hear you.
I'm here. I'm sorry.